To present the Voiceover Community Award, please welcome voice actor Julie Nathanson.
Oh, hello, nerds. Do you guys remember when being called a nerd was like a bad thing? I mean, that's so nerdy. Merriam-Webster defines nerd as, noun, a person devoted to intellectual, academic, or technical pursuits or interests. Okay, that is someone I want to hang out with. All right, see also, a person preoccupied with or devoted to a particular activity or field of interest. Okay, again, where is the bad? That sounds amazing. NerdsVote is the devoted, studied preoccupation and passion of Courtney Taylor and JP Karliak. Two notable voice actors who have assembled a group of other notable nerds linking cosplayers, gamers, pop culture fans, and nerds of all kind to voter registration opportunities, even including a pledge young people can sign that when they are of age, they will register to vote and vote. JP and Courtney ask us to recognize the power we have to inspire others to use their own voices by voting. And by doing so, during a time when division has been not only toxic, but trendy, they have empowered, motivated, and united our entire community around a nonpartisan action. Our many voices may be our livelihoods, but NerdsVote reminds us that for everyone, our vote is our voice, and every voice, every vote, every election is important. And so is every nerd. So I'm speaking to all of us. So, speaking of which, let's listen to the voices of some other nerds now.
I just wanted to express my gratitude to NerdsVote. I often find myself challenged on, how to get people engaged in politics. It took me into my adulthood to get engaged in politics, and I always wish that I had had something like NerdsVote that could explain to me how I could get involved and how I could make an impact. So thank you, NerdsVote, for helping me to find a way to get engaged, get involved, and actually have some effect.
I am intensely grateful to NerdsVote for always using their platform and inspiring others to use theirs to mobilize the voting demographic that I hold most dear.
Hey NerdsVote, this clothing line that you guys launched is second to none. This shirt is one of my favorites, and you're kidding. Activism, no?
NerdsVote, I love you guys. Congratulations. I feel like we're living in a time when the powerful few celebrate each other every time one of them flexes on the underrepresented or the disenfranchised. And then there's NerdsVote, out there helping to tip the scales back into balance every single day, proving that philosophy that the best way to combat evil is with knowledge and action. And the work you do encourages and fosters both. Every time I get my sticker, I think of you guys, and I'm so grateful.
I love you guys. Thank you so much for everything that you do. You guys are reaching a segment of the population that I think needs a voice, and you guys give that to them and encourage them to participate, and it's so important, and you're just the absolute best. So I'm honored to know you, honored to support you guys, and it's a really cool shirt. It's one of my favorites. I mean, if this whole activism and encouraging people to participate in democracy thing doesn't work out, clothing.
Please welcome Courtney Taylor and the suddenly absent but still with her, JP Karliak.
Sorry, JP, you're gonna have to lay down for a second. All right. Hi. I'm nervous because JP was supposed to do the speech, but he is under the weather, so you guys get me. Courtney Taylor, take one. Thank you, NAVA, for this incredible honor. Our dear Brad Venable was one of the first to don a NerdsVote t-shirt and post his support of our organization, so we couldn't be happier to be associated with NAVA, an organization that cherishes Brad, his memory, and his love of voice acting and fellow humans. I know you're probably wondering how we got started, so I'm gonna tell you. This is my version of the story. You may have heard of Ashley Birch. I don't know. She and I were hanging out post-session one day about 8 years ago, I guess, getting to be closer to 10, having a few margaritas, as one does. Okay, it was a lot of margaritas, but who's counting? We were discussing that working from our home booths prevented us from talking to other people about what was important in our world. And as the margaritas kept coming, we decided that the importance of getting involved would be through voting, would be a good idea. And that really the only time we ever got to see folks at length was at conventions. So after that conversation and a lot more tequila, I got thinking, it might be possible to combine those things. I thought, if as a kid I had met, say, Linda Carter, who is the live action TV Wonder Woman for all you kids out there, at a convention, and she took a photo with me and told me that it was important to get involved in our democracy, it would have made a positive association with voting that would have stuck with me forever. And since I know some voice actors who are Wonder Woman level icons for fans out there, maybe I could get them involved in voter registration while they're at the cons. I mean, because Superman can lift a freight train, but we could use our platforms to encourage people to get registered and start voting in every election, every time, for the rest of their lives. Now, I knew I couldn't do it alone, so I turned to some of the smartest and best-looking people I know, JP Karliak and Mary Elizabeth McGlynn, and thus, NerdsVote was born. We worked with voter registration group Headcount to get registration opportunities into conventions around the country. We got our actor friends involved online. We made stickers, and yes, we've even gotten people excited about voting. Though Mary Elizabeth bowed out a few years later due to increasing work demands, moving to Hawaii, we are immensely appreciative of the passion she brought to those early years and the support she still offers today. We also knew we couldn't do anything without the help of even smarter nerdy folks who know what Canva does, whatever that is. So let's give a big thank you to our past social media managers, Zelda Khan Black and Lee Albanese. And a huge round of applause for our two current managers, the phenomenal humans who make NerdsVote hum, usually video game themes, Brittany Tomes and Dayan Hutton. Please stand up. Now, you already know this year has been hard. Feelings of hopelessness, powerlessness, and that maybe nothing that we do matters have been very high. But you may not know that you and every person in this room really do have superpowers. And with great power comes great responsibility. Every day we see headlines of notable people using their powers for evil, manipulating the most vulnerable among us. But NerdsVote stands for using our powers for good. Sure, we're just voice actors, ordinary folks making silly voices in padded rooms, but there are people out there who look up to us, maybe a handful, maybe a million. They admire our characters, our work, and us as real people. And when we show them that we value this democracy and getting involved in it, that makes a real impact on them. I mean, who knows? You could be someone's Linda Carter. And you can certainly be a Brad Venable, who was the perfect example of someone whose daily, consistent, thoughtful actions changed our lives for the better in a big way. This community award, which I'm afraid to touch because I'll drop it, is a reminder of what we cherish most, our voice actor community. We've always believed in the power of this merry band of actors and what we can accomplish when we're united. Even in the scariest, most uncertain moments of the past 9 years, we've joined together at NerdsVote mixers, streamed the vote, posting on social media for National Voter Registration Day, or chatting on Instagram Live with Between Two Nerds way back in the quarantine. Voice actors united in purpose and passionate knowledge that things can be better and that it's within our power to make it so. And that's true today, even after the roller coaster ride of this past year, where it felt like this community might rip apart at the seams. But you know what? We are still here. And that is completely We are still here together in this room, and JP is out there somewhere on Zoom. I love you, baby. And that is because behind all of our different opinions and beliefs and backgrounds lies a deep love of this art form and the people who do it. And no amount of computers or corporations will change that. Only humans can do what we do. JP and I and the rest of the NerdsVote crew are so grateful to each and every one of you who supported us since our founding, giving your time, your talent, your heart. We're a tiny organization, but you and your reach help make us help us make an enormous impact. Even the smallest gesture of handing someone a NerdsVote sticker, and spoiler, there's one in your gift bag, or posting, "I voted," can inspire someone to take action, and then they share that action and inspire a few more people, and the ripple effect causes a massive wave, a mass effect, if you will. The only way we navigate these increasingly scary times is pushing through our discomfort and doing the next right thing. Yes, that's right. I just quoted Frozen 2, and I'm not going to apologize. So if you're looking for something to pull you out of that paralyzing fear, I got you. JP's got you. We've got you. There aren't any elections coming up for a little while, but there's always a chance to move the needle in ways big and small. Helping steer our democracy requires practice, not just showing up once or twice a year. One of our initiatives is called Do Something Sunday, and that's how most of you people know what the inside of my house looks like. It's a great way to bring your pals together to make civic involvement easy and fun. We've put a flyer in your gift bag so you can throw one of your own to write postcards, call your representatives, or do in real life volunteer work. We're a nonpartisan organization, so we won't tell you specifically what to write about or to whom, but completely unrelated, I hope you were listening to Sissy's remarks on AI. Thank you so much to NAVA for this award. Congrats to all of tonight's honorees, and please remember, the fate of the nation is in your hands. Vote.